Are you a Star Wars fan? If you are, you may remember back in 2015 there was a thing called Force Friday, and a lot of us Star Wars fans went crazy. Yep, there's plenty more where this came from, but I just can't hold all of it. And yeah, you can see Kylo there in the background. Right in the background there.
I'll show you the dark side.
Now anyway, this video is not like massive news, but I am a huge Star Wars fan, so I feel like I have to talk about it and tell you guys that there has been a new image released of the sort of box art for the main Star Wars toys that are coming out from Hasbro, coming September, around September the 1st this year, all in the name of Star Wars Episode 8. So if you aren't really a massive Star Wars fan and you're kind of unfamiliar with this, basically with the new films, with the main, next 3 films like The Force Awakens and now The Last Jedi, back in 2015, with Star Wars The Force Awakens coming out, it was so huge, and even if you weren't a Star Wars fan, you must have felt like, the vibe that was going off everywhere, just the fact that we were getting a new story after 35 plus odd years of just waiting for the continued story in the Star Wars saga. So with that in mind, there's this event called Force Friday, where basically all the merchandise and all the toys, all the collectibles ranging from the Black Series to God knows what else gets released. And if you just search it up, there's so many people waiting at midnight and just storming all their main stores, basically spending hundreds and hundreds if not thousands of dollars on this merchandise, wiping it clean. And this is all happening again this year, guys, with The Last Jedi coming out in December, just like The Force Awakens did a couple of years ago. And as I said, with this announcement, they've sort of unveiled this packaging for the new line of toys, and we see our first look at Rey, Finn, and Poe Dameron. Now, as I said, this isn't like a, oh my god, like in-depth look at the new characters, but still for me, I love just seeing, the first sort of look, and this kind of is a first look. I mean, granted, Poe Dameron and Finn basically look identical. So does Rey for the most part, but as you can see on this box art, she's wielding an all-important lightsaber that Darth Vader had, when he was Anakin Skywalker. Then it got passed down to Luke Skywalker, and now here she has it, and she's actually got her hair down, and I'm really digging this look. Either way, for such a big Star Wars fan like myself, just like a new look at, Rey in Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi like this, and Finn and Poe, just, really does excite me, even if it's as small as this. I don't have all the money in the world to blow on these toys come September, but I'm sure I'll buy a couple. Because when Force Friday comes around, it really does kick off into gear, the hype of, everything that is coming in the movie in just a couple of months' time when, Force Friday lands. But anyway, looking from this image, you can't be too analytical with it. I can't really go ahead and say, oh my god, it looks like Rey's gonna proper take up the Jedi ways and do this. I mean, we all kind of know Luke's probably gonna train her in the film anyway, but it'd be just silly of me to say like, oh my god, look, Poe seems to be the leader of this, that, I don't know, because you can't really judge through this photo. But one thing I can say is the fact Finn, is sort of like looking about, I doubt he's going to be paralyzed from the waist down or any of those theories like that. So I'm sure he's going to be fine. A bit of back to tanking will heal him straight up. But anyway, this is kind of, the first tiny teensy little look at, Star Wars The Last Jedi in terms of, what the 3 main characters look like, besides obviously Kylo Ren and that, before the main news will start rolling out at Star Wars Celebration. Now, be sure to know, guys, that I will be covering a lot to do with The Last Jedi. When the trailer drops and anything like that, I will be on it so fast, because it's just, honestly, Star Wars is like one of the best things out there for me. I mean, I love DC, I love everything like that, don't get me wrong, but if there's one thing that can always make me happy, one film I can always put on, anything, you name it, and you can probably tell just through the background and stuff like that, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Be sure to just know that I'll be covering even things as small as this when it comes to The Last Jedi, and then Episode 9 as well. But let me know, guys, are you excited for Force Friday as well this year? Did you get anything from 2015's Force Friday? Did you only get a couple of items, or were you wrestling down that person to get that last Black Series Kylo Ren? And also, everybody, let me know what you think of this new image. What do you think of Rey's sort of new hair with it down and her wielding the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber? As you've probably gathered from this video, I think it's awesome. I think it's a cool little tease, and I'm looking forward to the event. But anyway, everyone, if you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and leave a like if you feel that it deserves it. And if you aren't subscribed to this channel, be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all things Star Wars related. But as always, everybody, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.